So in case you didn't watch it, or maybe you did, I made this video 5 years ago about my top 10 most wanted Marvel Legends X-Men figures, and it actually did pretty good in terms of Hasbro. I don't know, maybe they watched it, or somebody saw it over there, and they actually made 9 out of the 10 figures on that list. So I figured I'd do a follow-up, and that's been 5 years, 5 years ago. So I figured I'd make a follow-up video and make another list of, this time, top 15 Marvel Legends X-Men figures. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off we have Pixie, and she is kind of a newer mutant, newer X-Men. She's from around maybe the mid 2000s-ish. Most of the figures on this list are going to be, from the newer X-Men comics, and so they're going to be lesser known characters in the X-Men universe. And this is a character they could easily make using parts from Marvel Legends Wasp and that new Kitty Pryde figure that's coming out with the Colossus for the suit. As you can see, you got that blue and yellow suit, so it could easily be made into a Marvel Legends wave that consists of New Mutants or just new X-Men figures. Hopefully, Hasbro, they love their Wolverines and stuff like that, so I'm sure we'd get that in one of the new waves, but hopefully we'll get her as one of the figures. Next up we have Armor. She is another newer mutant, or X-Men, if you could say. This would make a great Build-A-Figure, or it could be a deluxe. You could have the girl inside the armor. You could have that as a figure, and then you can have the actual armor pieces maybe in either Build-A-Figure parts, or you could do a deluxe figure where it comes with both the armor and the girl figure. And I'm sorry, I forgot what her real name is, so I refer to her as a girl figure, whatever. But anyways, just a deluxe figure or a Build-A-Figure just would be really cool for armor here. Next up, we got Storm in her modern day costume. And this is a figure that really needs an updated figure for her modern day era. She does not have costumes that are updated for the modern day. It's always 90s, 80s, 70s Storm that we got. The white costume, we've been done a million times. You got the black costume, two black costume ones that were back in the 80s, 90s Storm. So she really could benefit from a more modern day look, and this is from like around the 2000s, maybe early 2010s, and it's just a really great updated look. I really like this costume, and I definitely think they should make a figure for her in her modern day suit. And they did do a Toys R Us exclusive Storm, which had her in a more modern day, I believe it's the X-Force, Uncanny X-Force Storm, but it was a Toys R Us exclusive and not really made readily available. All the Toys R Us is closing and stuff like that, so it was an exclusive. So yeah, we definitely need an updated costume for Storm. Next up we have Glob, and again, another newer mutant slash X-Men. I think he appeared in the Wolverine in the X-Men or something comic, but yeah, he's definitely a newer mutant. Definitely could be a deluxe figure or a Build-A-Figure. He's got that skeleton inside, this kind of blob, so that would look pretty cool. I mean, it would look a really nice translucent figure, and they might even be able to get away with him being a regular figure in a wave. But yeah, either way, I definitely want this guy in the a new X-Men wave. All right, so next up we got a true new mutant, and that is Cypher. And this guy could easily be made on that new Sunspot body that they just recently did in the X-Men 97 wave. So yeah, they could easily retool that to make another New Mutant member that we need for that New Mutants team. Next up, we have another New Mutant wave, or New Mutant, I should say, in Magma. And she could easily be used, maybe like some Phoenix parts, in there. Some of the flame hair effects from Frankie Ray Nova too, I think had it. So that would be cool. Maybe make a brand new female buck for New Mutants. Next up, we have a character from the late 90s X-Men, and that is Cecilia Reyes. And they could use parts from the X-Men training suits, the female X-Men training suits, as part of this buck, and hopefully retool it a little bit to get a nice Cecilia Reyes figure. Moving along, and this is a figure I've been requesting for a while now, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it at some point, especially with all the Target exclusives, with the X Factor and everything, and that is Human Form Beast. I really, really hope we get this figure because, we've had Iceman, we've had Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, we've had Cyclops, and he's really the only one missing now. We have an Angel figure, so he definitely could complete this team really well if we get a Human Form Beast. Hopefully, I would assume it'd be a Target exclusive because they've been doing that line over there. So hopefully we will get a Human Form Beast at some point this year. Next up, we have Sage from Extreme X-Men, and this is a character that's pretty, we have a pretty good chance of getting her as well as more Extreme X-Men. And the reason I say that is because we got the Extreme X-Men Wolverine, so hopefully they will be doing more members of this team. I really hope so. Those suits were kind of cool looking, especially Storm suit and some of these other guys. So I'm really looking forward to that. I really hope they do the Extreme X-Men team. Next up is a character I probably should have put in my X-Men villains list, but whatever. I'll sneak him in here, and that is Forearm. I just think he'd make a really great Marvel Legends. I just think he'd make a really unique Marvel Legends figure. Maybe a deluxe, maybe a Build-A-Figure. He's got 4 arms, so. And, he's one of those figures that were in the old Toy Biz days, as you could see in this picture right here. And so that's cool. Hopefully they'll make him at some point. Next up, we got Rock Slide, another newer X-Men. And he's basically like the X-Men version of Thing, kind of. He's got the big rocky look. It's really cool. Make definitely a good deluxe figure or a Build-A-Figure as well. I could see this guy easily being as big as, maybe a Gamerverse Juggernaut or some of these other bigger figures. So, yeah, definitely maybe a deluxe figure. Or, like I said, a Build-A-Figure. Moving along, we have a member of a team that kind of feels like Marvel Legends team has kind of forgotten this team, and that is the Starjammers. And this is Hepzibah from the Starjammers, and I kind of feel like they forgot about this team. They haven't really done any other figures for that team, so hopefully they will complete that team and make her into a Marvel Legend. Next up, we have a member of Generation X from the 90s type of X-Men teams over there in the 90s, and that is Sync. And this is a team the Marvel Legends team has started with Husk and Monette. So hopefully we will be getting more members of Generation X, and I think Chamber as well. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get more members of this team. And speaking of Generation X, we have another member of that team, and it is Penance. And I feel like this would be a pretty unique figure. She definitely looks pretty unique in her costume and her red, almost like alien look. So yeah, definitely hope to get her and Sync, and hopefully complete another team in the X-Men line, which is Generation X. All right, so last but not least, we have Mimic. And if you remember in the beginning of the video, I told you that the Marvel Legends team did 9 out of the 10 from my last video. Well, he was the last one that they didn't do. So I'm hoping we'll get a Mimic figure. I mean, this guy is really cool. He's just got all the powers of the original X-Men. And look at that. I think he would make an excellent Marvel Legends. Maybe a deluxe or a Build-A-Figure. Who knows? Hopefully we'll get them though. Alright guys, so there you have it. That's my list of my top 15 X-Men figures that I want the Marvel Legends team to make. And so now I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? What is your top 10, top 15? What X-Men figures do you want to see the Marvel Legends team do? Leave them down in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.